Our investigation of Blake Manor continues. After our pretty spooky dream last night, we should hopefully finally be able to get further into the manor and actually investigate more than just the manager and a bunch of paintings.
Despite my tiredness, I've woken with a new eagerness to attend this evening's seance. Given I only learned about the event last night, I find that odd.
Yeah, we're being drawn in to the demons. And
What on earth was that?
big rush. Guess that's the first thing to check out this morning. What is going on out there? This is day 2 Saturday, October 30th. Halloween soon. Are we gonna see any more ghosts today? Already seen a couple yesterday.
How fast must it have been going to break through like that, Mr. Hunter?
Okay, some new characters finally.
Hard to say, Mr. Sham. Some of the wood up there needs replacing, so all they had to do was hit the wrong part.
The stable master and groundsman, Mr. Dara Hunter. Given the attire, he's likely Father Lorcan Sinnott, the priest. Those whispering women, only one matching pair sign in at the same time. Mrs. Victoria Lau and Mrs. Ivy MacLeod. Everyone's gathering in here.
Mrs. Joyce. Myself and the Marquess were in a meeting with Miss Mantovani.
Okay, so she's the Séance leading lady.
Oh, sirs, it were a crow. Poor thing was dead on impact. But don't you worry, we'll get this cleaned up in no time.
Not omens at all, just crows crashing into the building. Caitlin Joyce, the housekeeper.
Sorry, Marquess.
Miss Murphy.
Okay, so this is giving us a quick, here's the characters, so we don't have to go and to everyone and be like, hey, what's your name and what do you do?
I was just coming to get you for young Master Walter. He won't eat alone. The food'll go cold for long.
Miss Murphy, the cook. And since we're Ireland, we're gonna expect some of the more Irish names in here. So her name is apparently Saoirse Murphy. I'm gonna do my best to try to get the pronunciations, but again, not my native language or one that I've studied to any degree other than I've met some Irish people and learned their names. Hopefully I'm good enough with those.
Well, then I shouldn't keep Walter waiting any longer. Come, I shall leave the rest of you to it, and trust everyone to have a good day.
He will trust us to have a good day. It's like an expectation. The Marquess of Doon, Jonathan Blake. The boy in that painting be the master of the house, Walter. Yes, that's his son. We've looked at the pictures last night. The commotion seems to be drawing a crowd. Is this everyone then? Everyone except Miss Deane, of course. Yeah, okay, so everyone has helpfully come out so we can take a look at them.
What's all this about a dead crow? Would that be a bad omen for anyone traveling today, yes?
I mean, on top of all the other spooky things that seem to be happening.
Please, Mr. Coventry. Oh, Finn's being here is bad enough omen.
Right. Some decorum, please.
And perhaps then this is our Rory and Pia Callahan.
She said far worse about me, and it all true. Aye, it's a bad omen, Coventry. No doubt about that.
Okay, so they're religious, like Catholic religious, and he's some sort of more Celtic druid sort of person. So like, oh, that's bad omen. Mr. O'Finn, he wasn't in the sign-in book. He must be the ex.
A bad omen? And it didn't show up in your cards, Mrs. Erickson.
Oh my.
Woman in mustard. I assume they mean the color of her dress, but I was just like, she's covered in mustard?
Show some respect. Mr. Dupre, can't you keep your woman in line?
Oh yeah, keep your woman in line.
Or is your dynamic the other way around?
This guy, like, you know, just being terrible right away.
Mrs. Darcy is not my woman, Mr. Scarrett, nor am I her man. We are people and belong only to ourselves.
Actually, the cards are more of a tool, a guide. They reflect.
Is there a need to prove yourself, Mrs. Erickson? Huh?
A French accent, he is likely Mr. Toussaint, then. By a process of elimination, then, this distracted man must be Cahal O'Meara. And of those remaining women, the lady on the right looks more like a Barbosa and the other one a Quinn. Okay, he's like, I'm just gonna make assumptions about everyone's names and I am correct. Speaking of late arrivals, this is Miss Quinn, who is our newest guest. Yep, everyone's staring at me now. This might be a good time to mention that breakfast will be ready at 9 AM in case anyone wants to return to their rooms and freshen up. Saved by the bellboy. Yeah. Well, at least the game has taken care of, like, yeah, here's everyone. You don't have to go one by one. It has taken 8 minutes of our time, though, to do this. One of those people must be behind Miss Deane's disappearance. But who are they all? They're all here for the seance, and some of them know one another, clearly. Do they all know one another? Am I clearly an infiltrator? I can't think on that too much, or I will grow paranoid. All I can do is the job, investigate her vanishing and probe into these people. One of them is behind it. The more I can learn about them and their reasons for being here, the better chance I have in finding her. Well, you say one, but it could be more than one, right? Like, there could be in cahoots with each other, and yes, it does seem like they're all here for the seance, right? All of them have some sort of reason to be here for the seance, and this is an organized thing, so they might not all know each other from outside of here, but they probably made their acquaintance with each other during the previous day's events while we weren't here. I should make a record of their movements. It might be helpful to know what their plans are and when their rooms are free. Okay, so yes, there's lots of rooms, lots of people, lots of things we could potentially do. Well, this guy is standing here.
Un moment, monsieur?
And he wants to speak to us, so I guess we're forced to start with him. So we have Etienne Toussaint. He's French, not Irish.
You would be Declan Ward, correct?
Wow, I'm so rude. Just, how dare you speak to me?
Allow me to even the playing field. Huh? I am Etienne Toussaint, a debunker of fraudulent mystics.
Okay, so he's here to try and debunk things. Interesting. We might be friends then.
And it's the topic of fraud I wish to speak with you on.
Okay, well, let's analyze him first. Let's see what he's all about. He's got some sort of badge. Society of Physical Research symbol. A crest which reads Society of Physical Research. And he's got some notebook. Notebook in pocket, a notebook worn around the edges kept close to hand. Yes, I assume he likes taking notes because he's investigating fraud. Okay, and now we can discuss stuff with him. So I guess, well, let's talk about the seance then, right? Because that's what he's here for and other people are here for, and see if that's what he thinks the fraud is. Do you think that seance claims could be true? That they can actually summon a ghost and talk to it directly? You asked the wrong man, monsieur. But many things were considered impossible until they were done, no? I have witnessed many strange things in my line of business. From what I know of her, if it can be done, then Mademoiselle Montovani can do it. Okay, so he investigates the fraud, but is not immediately like, oh, all of this is a lie, right? He's here to see it for himself. He's not immediately suspecting it's all a setup. Okay, well, have you seen any ghosts around here? Have you noticed anything strange happening about the manor? I have noticed handprints on my mirrors as if they were cold. Not the strangest thing, or at least I have seen stranger through my work. Hey. Well, let's ask him about Evelyn then, since that's our main focus. Do you know Miss Deane? We have met once or twice, but never exchanged anything more than small talk. She came off as pleasant, though I suspect there was more to her than she let on. Certainly I was right, as it is clear to me now that many guests have a complex relations with the woman, what an interesting life she must lead. Well, we obviously have a lot more things that we could just keep discussing with him, but we don't want to stand here all day, so we're gonna move on for now.
I think not, monsieur. We're not done talking yet.
Oh, okay, apparently we're not gonna move on. He wants to talk more. He wants us to talk about something else. Oh, I guess he wants us to talk about fraud specifically. Okay, well, let's go. What did you want to talk about? Searching out fraud must be easy work at an event such as this. In what way, monsieur? It is a seance. Surely everyone involved in running it is a charlatan and the rest naive fools. Au contraire, monsieur. Many of the guests are true magical practitioners. Okay, so he again, both believer but also investigator. While at a gathering such as this, there's likely to be somebody looking to take advantage of the more vulnerable attendees, those who merely believe. Okay, now I can leave.
I think not, monsieur. We're not done talking yet.
Okay. He wants to talk more. Okay, so now we can discuss magic with him. Excuse me, but did you say there are people here who think they can perform magic? No, I said there are people here who can perform it. You are, I know, not of this scene, but believe me when I tell you, magic, rituals, ghosts, it is all real. Yeah, we're not so convinced. It is hard, of course, and expensive in what it takes, so it is not commonplace. Easier for some to fake. This is ridiculous. You right now? Maybe. But you are here now, and you will soon see many unexplainable things. Okay, anything else you would like to discuss? The other guests? I guess when it says discussable only with this person, that's what he wants to keep going on about. You suspect someone then? I believe most attendees are legitimate practitioners, but yes, I have my suspicions. Okay, attendees and staff have their own problems to be solved. Solving these mysteries will help you uncover more about the relationship with Deane and their own reasons for attending the seance. You have gained enough evidence to solve Mr. Toussaint's hypothesis. After solving the hypothesis, confront Mr. Toussaint to find out what your deductions have revealed. Okay, so we basically get like side quests per person to earn their trust and then see where that takes us. My intent is to gain proof that will discredit them. Okay, so he wants us to form a hypothesis. So we have a board all about him. So yes, he's a French academic. We have profiled him already. We've got the crest and his notebook. We could also discuss those things with him further. He knows who we are. Yeah, he immediately knew who we were. But proof is needed to declare somebody a fraud. So I assume right now we're only forming a hypothesis about what he wants to do. So Mr. Toussaint's goal is to coerce me into investigating a guest for fraudulence. Is that the correct grammar? What if? I know what happened here.
It seems Mr. Toussaint is here on a witch hunt and intends to force me to his side. I should confront him about this.
Okay, we're mad that he's trying to do this, right? He's like, I am not your puppet. So we can confront him, or we can just keep discussing the other things about him and his things. But sure, let's go confront. Your goal is to coerce me into investigating a guest for fraudulence.
Right. Excellent. I had planned to do it myself, but once I saw you, I knew you would have to help, Detective.
Do I now?
So, you do know who I am?
Indeed. I am an investigator of my own sort, you see. It would be foolish of me enter a new country and not read the papers, n'est-ce pas? As for my own investigation, I have focused on Madame Hazel Erickson.
So he thinks she's the fraud?
I'll get to the heart of it. She's an out-and-out fraud. About this, I have no trace of a doubt.
She was doing like card readings from the conversation earlier.
My belief alone is not quite enough. I still lack evidence. Here, take this key. It will let you into room 19, Madame Erickson's room. There you can find something that proves the case of this, I'm sure.
So they're setting us on like the next mini investigation of this woman, Madame Erickson.
What makes you think I'd do a thing like that?
I mean, I am quite a snooper.
That's your job, is it not? And you would want to keep your presence here quiet, no?
No, blackmail immediately.
You won't hear a thing further about your presence once you have aided me. Here, the key. I shall see you back with the evidence inside the hour. Yes?
Okay, so once again we're being given like a shorter deadline, so this game seems to be broken up into smaller chunks for us where we get a task, time limit, and then we're off on that specific route. So hopefully this will make the whole experience a bit more steered, because I was wondering about with the time limit, but also multiple games going on, it felt like you could completely go off on a bad path and miss lots of things, and then you run out of the whole 2 days and maybe got nothing. So hopefully this should steer it a bit more and not just have us chasing wild geese the whole game and then having to redo it all.
Otherwise, well, I will have to make an announcement at breakfast. You will be out no long after, I assure you.
Yeah, because if we're revealed as the detective, obviously everyone's gonna be suspicious and we won't be able to investigate further, right? Because they're gonna be like, we don't wanna talk to you. We don't want you here.
And how do you expect me to get into Miss Erickson's room safely?
Just sneak about, right?
I believe I heard her discussing her plans with Monsieur Aufin. You might consider listening in.
So we've unlocked a mystery about hair. And so that's what he wants us to do now. So he's now marked on our culprit list with some facts. So far that he's in his mid-30s and he has no history with Deane. I mean, we could discuss with his notebook maybe to assess that he can indeed write, because that's like the only piece of information we have about our culprit that we want to compare with anything. Can we ascertain that you can write by talking about your notebook?
Ah, hello again.
Yeah, what about your notebook? What are you writing in there? Can you write? Do you always carry that notebook with you, Mr. Toussaint? More often than not. There's a lot to record, best I don't chance it to something fragile like memory. You agree, non? I have seen you making notes in your own journal, oui? Okay. Did
That's
this
all.
now unlock
Monsieur?
our ability to ascertain that he can write? No. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. Okay, it wants us to act on him, but I assume only once we have actually gotten what he wants. Okay, so if we just stand here and pretend we're just chilling, we can eavesdrop on people.
Sir, but do you have a pen I can borrow?
No use for one. Drudgery is an oral tradition, so I never got much into the writing. Oh, it must serve me grand for my purposes. Do you want my chisel?
Yeah, so he's the guest that didn't sign his name and therefore he cannot write, is the assumption.
No. I was planning on taking some notes. I want to go downstairs and examine the energy left by that poor bird before breakfast.
Why?
I suspect there is something to be learned about our fortunes here. If only I could have gotten to it before it was cleaned up.
Aye, well, I suppose some folks here have never gutted a bird to read its entrails before.
Okay, well he's all like, yep, totally would have been useful.
Is that some kind of Irish saying?
I wouldn't say a saying, it's probably, you know, some druid practice.
No.
Oh, well, you'll excuse me then.
It's like, wow, weirdo. Mr. O'Finn doesn't write. I didn't see his name on the sign-in book. He must be the person who marked his name with an X. I'll make a note of that. Yes. So that's that. While investigating, you can learn characters' movement across the weekend. This information is learned by asking people, searching rooms, listening in on conversation, and more. And we'll get that in the timetable. Yes, and if we know where they're going, they will be on the map. And we can set ourselves reminders if we want to go to something. So there's an actual, like, where was everyone at this time? So yeah, there is the ball later. So we definitely want a reminder for that, right? Cannot miss the big event. And then apparently end of day, we're gonna be getting another of our crazy dreams. It's already in the schedule, right? You can't miss it. It's in your schedule. So yeah, she's gonna be in the Atrium, right down there where the bird was, which means for the hour we are safe to go and sneak into her room, which is here on opposite our room. Okay, so hopefully no one else is gonna pay much mind to us doing this. Okay, so this is her bedroom. Yes, this is where Mrs. Hazel Erickson is staying. We can listen, but we know she's downstairs, so there shouldn't be any noises, and so let's just go in. No one's seen anything. It's her room. I mean, it's a hotel room, so obviously the decor is just decided by the hotel, but she does have her crystal ball in here. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's hairs probably in the furniture and around, so let's check out the crystal ball first. Nothing happens when I touch it. It feels surprisingly cold. Okay, well, we can't use it. There is a paper of some sort, attendees list. Targets. It says targets. Miss Deane's name is circled. So other than Miss Deane, we have Thea Callahan, Rory Callahan, Dara Hunter, and Toussaint. He's crossed out because, of course, she's probably learned that he's too suspicious of frauds to be tricked. But yes, those are the people she's identified. And then she's got a combination lock here. It uses letters, so we're not gonna try it yet because it costs us time, but we don't know the combination just yet. Okay, anything in the nightstand? Yes. Okay, so she's got the tarot deck, standard deck of tarot cards. I can't see anything special about them. Nothing special. Ooh, there's some burnt paper. Secrets. The remains of a letter from a contract telling her that she is magically void, meaning she cannot learn magic no matter how hard she tries. No wonder she burned it. Okay, but who assesses those things? I didn't know you could go for an exam of your magic and find out if you can be magical. Okay, so, well, that's probably good evidence for her being a fraud if she's magically void. A diary. Oh, a schedule. Mrs. Erickson's schedule for the weekend. I have noted her movements in my timetable. Okay, so we actually get more details about what she's gonna be doing. Okay, her schedule is known, but she's not doing a lot of things. She's at the bar for 3 hours, and she wrote that in her diary. I'm like, I'm gonna go to a bar. I'm gonna stay there for 3 hours exactly. Okay, we can only have this one drawer open. Anything in the wardrobe? She's got a magical dress and some other clothes. A dress bedecked with beads and sequins. Surely it's for the stage. I assume she does her magical performance in it. She also got some dead animals in her room. Well, she's got books on her dressing table, but let's look in the table first. Ooh, poison. What is this? A mixture of morphine and scopolamine? I've heard of this concoction being used to sedate people. Is this for her own use or something more sinister? Yep, that's not good. And some books. Frauds and their mythology. Oh, it's Toussaint's book. So she's reading up on his book so that she knows how he investigates. A book by Mr. Toussaint, Frauds and Their Mythology, Volume 2. It has several pages bookmarked.
I'm running out of time to find Mr. Toussaint as evidence.
Okay, it's giving me a warning of don't forget the time is limited while you're clicking on things. But I mean, we already found 2 things that are sort of making her suspicious, right? Like, A, she's got a letter saying she's void of magic, and she's got targets, which is not something that a person doing genuine magic would write, right? That sounds like, I'm a con man and I have targets. And also she's reading up upon the guy investigating fraud, although she could dismiss that as, oh yeah, it's just because I want to know about frauds. Okay, there's a book in here. A book of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, a spiritual society. It goes in our evidence, so we could discuss this with someone. But yes, we've added a couple things to the case. So we can talk with her about this order, and then someone else that we don't know about yet. And yes, she's got her own board of mysteries as well. But it crosses over to Toussaint's board because he wants us to investigate her as well. But yes, we have to basically be figuring out who's important and who's not and what's important things to focus on now. Okay, this investigation has added some things on about him, right? Like the fact that he was on the list of targets, although it says of magical people. She crossed him off, and he wrote a book. And then Donnell Finn, yeah, the only thing we know about him is that he had these claims that he cannot write in English. So, you know, that might exclude him. Who knows? Interestingly, William Blake, the son of the Marquess, is also on the list of potential suspects. He could have done it, even though he seems to be a child. We can also open this table. There is stationery, but I assume stationery will just mean like not written things, so we don't want it. So yeah, there is this combination log, but maybe the order, because it was 4 letters, so H-O-G-D. So we've got H-O-G-D. Ah, that was it. Okay, that's cracked. What is she going here? Suspicious lockbox. So we've got some collection of notes, some ancient looking pages. Okay, we're making observations. Oh, it's like some of those symbols and stuff. Illuminatus, Magicis, Consumatio. I don't speak Latin. Magic resides in the heart of the user. Consume it and you will take their power. Okay, that might be what the target list is about. It's like she's magically void, but she's not going to just be stopped by that. She's going to go eat someone else to get magic. Another symbol, place the sedated victim inside the ritual circle. Yeah, that's why she's got the sedation stuff for. So I'm not sure if she's a fraud or she's an actual dangerous person that's willing to sacrifice someone for magic powers. Candles, a knife, bog out, everything required to carry out the ritual. And some scribbles. But who? I cannot risk picking another pariah like me. Okay, she admits to being a pariah, a fraud. This looks to be a ritual to eat the heart of a person, then steal their magical abilities. Good God, she can't honestly mean to go ahead with this. Okay, so those people weren't targets to defraud. Those are targets to potentially eat. Yeah, she's got some runes in there, small stones with runes roughly carved into them, and some candles for the ritual as well. Rich red candles, something about them leaves me uncomfortable. Well, they're for her dinner when she's going to eat someone, so, you know, not a good thing. Well, I think that's enough for us to take to the guy and be like, she's dangerous. She's got really bad plans. Is he still here? Yep. Now I'm like, okay, it's 8:30 and he wanted it done by 9. So I'm once again in this thing of like, can I go snooping around before the time runs out so I gain more information? Like, you know, I can go to this west corridor, take a look around, you know, see what's here. I mean, it's mostly rooms, but there is a table we could open and snoop. So, unidentified book. Some weird art. More symbols on it. Oh, yeah, exactly. We're seeing more ghosts. Maybe they're leading us somewhere. We've got a chess set. Someone started playing, but then they left. And we got a bust. William Blake, 1800 to 1834. And what's with the chess then? A relaxing, secluded area for a game of chess. There is a train toy under this bench. A small red train has been left here. Okay. Well, I was hoping we would like pick it up and maybe it's useful for something, but I guess no. Well, at least we did see the ghost again. Whose rooms are these? Okay, so room 2 is one of the empty rooms where Mrs. Deane could have stayed. And then we have Miss McLeod and Mrs. Lau and then the toilet. Well, I guess we can check out the toilet, see if someone left any things in there. Or, you know, any other ghosts. Communal washroom for men staying in the manor. We've got soaps. We've got sinks. We've got towels. We're not gonna be inspecting those things because that's a waste of time, I would think. And look at the bath. Okay. No one seems to have left anything in here that's suspicious for us to pick up. And well, we can look in the basket. Someone could have left some laundry there that's, you know, suspicious. Okay, nothing there. The housekeeper checks it regularly. Okay, well, we still have a bit of time. We could go talk to those people, or we could go downstairs, see anything. Like, for example, we learned yesterday that there was a schedule for talks in the drawing room by the drawing room, so going to check that out might help us fill in the schedule a bit more. Yeah, so lectern here by the drawing room. Saturday at 11, the history of Blake Manor, Marquise Blake, 3 p.m, the other crowd, Miss Callahan, 5 p.m, what we know of ghosts, Miss Montevani, a Sunday, Catholic Mass hosted by Father Synod, Protestant service at 11 a.m. in the church, 3 p.m, Irish mythology, Dr. Hallahan, and 5 p.m, history of the region, Mr. Coventry. Okay, so that might be useful for us later on. There's more portrait of the lady. Are you the ghost? Painting of Beatrix Blake. Oh no, that's a different person as well than the other woman holding the vase with symbols. West Tower? What's in the West Tower? And go up and down and look all around. Oh, there's a basement. Another suit of armor in the corner. Oh, it's one of those angel statues that were in our dreams. Spooky. Just random. What was that sound? No, it turned! It turned. Excuse me. Okay. Spooky. We can go into the basement. No, we cannot. It is locked. Well, we've got some spooks, but nothing of value here right now. Let's go up top, see if there's anything up top. First floor, west corridor. Okay, so this is the upper floor on this side, again with rooms for some of the other people. Oh, there is something on the floor here. A locket. ED. A locket with the initials ED inscribed on the front. Evelyn Deane, perhaps? Perhaps. Ooh, there's a sigil cut into one side, and some vial, and a small vial of blood in the other. Well, good thing we came here. What is this doing here? Room 22. From my notes, this is where Mr. Coventry is staying. Does he have a connection to Miss Deane? I should investigate him further. Can we listen? Is there anyone there? Sounds like there's someone on the other side. Okay, but that's all. We can't like actually listen to him say anything or stuff like that. It's just if we're sneaking in later and we don't know people's schedule, we can listen to see if the rooms are empty or not. Okay, so we've came out the other side. Okay, so there's still the southeast corridor. We could take a look in, because yes, apparently there is just evidence lying around on the floor that we may want to make sure we've looked at. Why is this plant off this plinth? Like, is this random or is this something I actually want to investigate? It looks like something pushed this plinth out of place. Yes, okay, well, it is not random, it is something that he noted, but right now there's nothing on. And this is like off as well, and not flat. Okay, someone was running through this corridor and like bumping into things. Was it dark? Were they panicking? Something was happening. Book about lost places. Might be interesting. I wonder if this contains an entry for Blake Manor. Okay, well, that wasn't very interesting. So this is to the east tower. Okay, the maps for towers are just 2 squares on 2 sides of the map. But it also takes us to a spooky statue in the basement. Okay, that's ground floor, east corridor. Ooh, who's this? Percival Blake, the 4th Marquis of Doon. He was looking proper spooky. Southeast basement. It's locked off. No spooky angel here, but another suit of armor and something that looks like a doorway. What is this? Another pattern like in the dream? This one looks like the pattern where the door to room 15 should be. Oh wait, is the room 15 missing, or the game doesn't know we haven't looked at it yet? This seems important. I should come back to this once I have placated Mr. Toussaint's demands. Well, I guess I should check out the area where room 15 should be, because, I mean, yesterday I was suspicious about it because the paper on the guest list on it was kind of ripped, right? When we looked at the room assignments, 15 has like a ripped paper on it, but I haven't been there yet. Yeah, unassigned room 15 in the southeast corridor. upper. This is the ground floor. Okay, so I am here in the southeast corridor. So 13, 14. Those are closets, which means the room should be behind me, but there isn't one. Yes, there's just strange marks on the wall. Okay, we're just looking around. The door to room 15 appears to be missing. The markings on the wall look similar to those in my dream, but without a pattern. This seems important. Oh yes, I should come back to this. Okay, so yes, this doorway is missing, and it has sigil marks. And then down this corridor we have like signs of someone running in a panic or in the dark. Because actually the picture is also like askew and stuff like that. So something went down here. There is like this other stuff with closet doors that I think it says they're all locked. Yeah, unused storage. And this is the northeast upper corridor. Yes, now we're on the other side. Just give the area a quick glance in case we spot anything else suspicious. But there doesn't appear to be. Just more rooms we can't enter right now. But yes, I guess at least we have something interesting to do if we do finish our current quest. And we'll see about those doors. But I still have a few minutes before the deadline, so I'm wondering if I should try to speak with anyone. Like, oh, I can analyze her as well, right? To get more information. She's got this crest on a necklace, an elaborate crest worn with pride. I don't recognize the symbol itself, however. Costume jewelry, an array of jewelry, the sort worn by spiritualists and show women. Nervous energy. She hides it well, but seems uncomfortable. For what reason? I mean, she is planning to eat someone. And that makes her nervous. So this crest on the necklace matches the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. So that's why she's wearing that. It's a semi-secret magic society established in England. So that's what she's connected to. Well, I don't think I'm gonna jump out at her with like, here's what I found in your room, right? But apparently I can form a hypothesis around her now. After examining her. Yes, so Hazel Erickson's goal is to consume the heart of Evelyn Deane to steal her magical abilities. What if I know what happened here?
Mrs. Erickson intends on murdering Evelyn Deane to eat her heart and steal her magical abilities. I must confront her before it's too late.
Yeah, I probably should check on that. Okay, so we can confront her. But before we do that, I guess let's actually tell the guy we've been sent by about her as well. So, you know, in case she stabs us, we've got someone else who knows what's going on. Because this is also now added to the board for him. Yeah, we've got a bunch of things for her unlocked, and yes, we've actually got a motive on her. A possible motive, of course. It doesn't mean that she did it, it's just that she had a motive for it. Because all we know still is that the culprit can write. Okay, Mr. Toussaint, I have some news.
Hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
Yeah, let's discuss this ritual she's planning. I found a ritual in her room. It talks of eating a person's heart to steal their magical abilities. Surely this is nonsense, sir. Such a thing cannot be real. What's more, she cannot intend on doing this. That is ominous. Rather too ominous. Certainly such ritual exists. Do they work? I cannot say. Would she do it? Madame Erickson is a fraud, monsieur, but I have trouble believing her capable of such a deranged act. You will no doubt find many here studying strange things, but reading a book on sacrifice is not the same as performing it, correct? Well, it is if, you know, you have also the items needed to do it. If we are to know this is her plan, and not academic in nature, then she would need to confess. She is unlikely to confess to me, but you, perhaps. Okay, but we've also got those things I could tell you about. I discovered a list in her room with names of guests on it. Interesting, but it doesn't prove anything in itself. A list of marks for her fraudulent ways. A list of something more. Who can say of this alone? Your name was marked off. How insulting. A list of people she does not like, maybe. Evelyn Deane, name was circle, and top was written targets. Interesting. Speculation, yes, but perhaps it is that I do not use magic, whereas Mademoiselle Deane, she's rumored to be a studied woman. Okay, so we learned that she could have had magical powers, or at least claimed to have them. And we also have the burnt paper that says she is void of magical powers. I found a scrap of paper indicating that Mrs. Erickson is a pariah. I thought it may interest you. It does, but a scrap, you say? Is the page complete? Is she named on it? She is not. They will not suffice. I do not think we could convince anyone it isn't a forgery, however real it may be. Okay.
That's all.
Take care, monsieur.
So you want us...
breakfast and I need to find that evidence for Mr. Toussaint soon.
Do we have to basically make her confess? Because it doesn't seem like I can just convince him by showing or telling him about the evidence, I guess, because I didn't actually pick those things up. Okay. We have the hypothesis, so now we just have to confront her and see what happens.
Well, hello there. I don't recognize you. We haven't met before, have we?
Well, I mean, you saw me a bit earlier.
We haven't. I'm Declan Ward.
Mrs. Erickson. Hazel, if ever we should get so friendly. I'm a medium by trade, so naturally I had to come to this gathering. I'm hoping to pick up some new skills before the end.
Well, we can confront her. Your goal is to consume the heart of Evelyn Deane to steal her magical abilities. That's such a thing to say to someone after just, hello.
How could you possibly... Can you, read minds? Or did you let yourself into my room to rifle through my belongings?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
News for both of us, then. You can't say anything without giving yourself up as a thief. And who would believe you?
I mean, that other guy will, maybe.
Whatever it is, you're no mystic, so there's no way you can't understand. To know such secrets exist, such wonders to see.
Okay, so she's like, I'm totally chill about this.
Kept from it by some abnormality. What's the reason? I've put the work in and nothing. Am I a soulless freak? Is that why?
Okay, but she admits to this whole, she lacks magic.
Am I to be punished in this life and then again for eternity? Would you sit by and do nothing?
I mean, you know, you could pick something else to do rather than be a fraud and then try to eat people.
No, I won't. I'll have my heart, my powers, my soul, and all you get by saying something is a nasty dealing with when I have them.
Well, unless we stop you, and then you won't have any powers and you can't do anything to me.
Stay out of this, Mr. Ward, if you have any sense.
Good lord, this woman is insane, desperate, or both. She must be stopped. Maybe Mr. Toussaint will have some idea. Yes, okay. So, we've done that, and then we go back to him to say she's confessed, and that's the action we have to do then. Okay. Are you satisfied now? Yes. She's confessed.
Mrs. Erickson has confessed to me. Quite a gruesome plan. She is indeed a fraud. She has no magical powers. She seems to be incapable of using magic, in fact. Something that plagues her. To the point where she will perform a ritual to steal the heart and magical prowess from another ear.
What? No, it cannot be.
Well, you thought she was a fraud, and there we go. I told you.
She is in dire need to feel magic. To have it, it seems. But also, she fears that the reason she cannot use magic is a flaw in her soul.
She's blinded, of course, by our desires. Anyone who believes in a soul would also believe that there is no eternal bliss for them after murder, especially in a manner so foul. What's more, now you and I know our plan. Here, take my notes. Let her know that if she does this, not only it will stain her in her God's eyes for eternity, but also we'll see her hanged and raised to this oblivion she fears so much.
Yeah, okay, yes. He's gonna be on my side, so, you know, She can't just accuse me.
She would be better served getting off this path now and finding more mundane solutions to finding her God's favor. I am told one can cleanse her soul with coin. My record shows she certainly coned enough of that in her time. As for you and me, Monsieur Wilder, our business is done. Whatever reason you're really here, your identity is safe with me.
We've passed this test.
And as for this place, news of our plans has turned my stomach. I've had enough mysticism for this trip. I shall be sitting the séance out.
Okay. Is that how we save people? Because obviously through my experimentation in the first part, it did say that people were people not survived. So possibly we're turning them away from the séance by what we're doing, and then they will be safe.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have notes to make in my quarters. Au revoir, monsieur.
He is no longer attending the séance. Monsieur Toussaint now has the information he needed on Mrs. Erickson, which will also ensure she does not do something more terrible. Okay, well, I mean, we have stopped one terrible plan from occurring, and that's not even the main situation. The gauge decreased and the light went out as soon as Mr. Toussaint decided he was no longer attending the séance. Oh, it needs the people to work. What exactly is that device monitoring and why? Maybe I should convince another guest to avoid the event and see if that occurs again. Yeah, that sounds like a good scientific plan of experimentation. So he's gone.
Excuse me, sir. Is this your room? Number 4? Mr. Ward?
Yep.
Yes, that's me.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. Just delivering this parcel to your room. It was left for you at the front desk.
Someone sent me a parcel?
By who?
No idea, sir. It was left when nobody was about to see. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
What is this? A journal? It has Miss Deane's name on it. What's inside? How did it get here? No postmark, so it came from the hotel itself. But from who? Regardless of who sent it, I should read the thing. Well, yes, I mean, we don't know who hired us. Someone was like, she went missing from here, as in someone from the place called us in, right? One of the people in here might be our employer, but we don't know who. Also, a page is turned out. But yes, we must investigate. Sunday the 24th, she talks of her arrival at the manor. Everything seemed to go smoothly. Her writing is delicate and graceful, as was her signature. We've got some symbols. What are these 4 symbols beside the word supplies? Monday the 25th, it seems she bumped into somebody and was not pleased to see them. It looks as if she was to name them on the following page, but that information is now missing. Yes, because this is turnout and then we are on Tuesday. Suddenly, like, scribbles. Tuesday the 26th, the night she went missing. She speaks of feelings of dread and she doubts she will sleep that night. Oh yes, so is everyone having those dreams about the symbol that makes them want to attend the séance? Her writing has become more erratic since she arrived at the manor. The sigil with dreams scrolled next to it. I saw this in my dream. Did she dream it too? What does this mean? Did we have the same dream? What does it mean? Has anyone experienced anything similar? I wonder. If I could find even 3 people with similar experiences, then I could be sure there is something there. Seems some pages were torn out. Yes, they were. Okay, well, that... Again, we've done the next investigation and we're being propelled forward. This has left me with more questions than answers. Perhaps some answers lie in her reason for being here. Maybe I'll find something related to that or otherwise useful by searching her room. But in which room was she staying? Yes, so my next thing is I want to find her room. Okay, so this is the other person's boards. So now we have both the dream and her room to investigate. So I'm just gonna be going around asking people if they had weird dreams. Well, room 15 is high on our suspicion list now, right? Because we've seen the missing doorway and the sun archway, and it was not letting us do anything because we haven't completed the investigation, but now we have, and we have some time before breakfast. So let's have a look-see and see if we can do something now. Okay, so this is the room 15 sigil, but We have to check downstairs, because I assume the archway will lead us to what pattern we have to do. Because here it shows us line between the things, so I assume it will have to be like in the dream where we have to draw this pattern based on the symbols available. I mean, I guess you could kind of figure out what you're trying to draw, but you wouldn't know that there isn't a line on those sides here without looking at the bottom there. So if we go around like this. Through here. And down there we can finish it up. Is there a door hidden behind this wall? Am I still dreaming? Whatever black magic caused this, someone went through out of trouble to mask Miss Deane's room. Okay, so we've got another sigil in our records, and this is her room. So I assume we can enter, or we can listen to. Can't hear anything. Yeah, there's no one inside. I mean, it would be spookier if there was. Let's get in. There's a key in the lock. It seems to be a master key for this corridor, but why was it left here? What other mysteries does this room hold for me? Well, we're about to find out. But that means, yeah, we can also unlock other rooms in this corridor now if we want to. Okay, so her room is much bigger than the other ones, or at least some of the other ones, because I guess some of them, yeah, on this side are big rooms. There is something hidden behind this painting. A wanted poster for Miss Barbosa. Look as though she's wanted for arson in her homeland. She set fire to some prison cards earlier this year. Arson. I did not realize just how dangerous Miss Barbosa was. Dangerous or foolish. But with fire, there's not much difference. And how did Miss Deane get her hands on this anyway? Okay, well, I'm sure this will be useful later when we're asked to do something about this person, probably. Anything in the wardrobe? Nothing. She didn't have any clothes. Nightstand? Nothing. Her fireplace is not on because no one's been here to get the room ready. Nothing in this side table either. Oh, there was a sound from the floorboard. Oh, secrets, secrets. There's a loose floorboard here. Is there something under it? It's a note. Start at the garden in autumn. Walk east to the junction, then north for 3. Turn west and walk for 2 junctions, then south for 1. It is kept behind the cornerstone, which is seen when you face the stairs. There's something else too. Okay, so it's another sigil pattern. Piece of paper stained with what exactly? A treasure map. What in God's name brought Mrs. Deane here in the first place? Yeah, so we've got this, the locket. I believe I know what is needed here. Okay, so yeah, we can draw this sigil. There we go. What are we gonna open up with this? Oh, secret notes. Are these Miss Deane's private notes? What did she want to hide so dearly? It's apparent I was right. I had little doubt, of course, but the jump from instinct to confirmation has been beyond imagining. I am the descendant of a Milesian ruler, one among 3. My power is not imagined nor subjective, it is written in the authority of blood. The curling waves emblemize my blood. Power is for the deserving, it said. I thought it ominous at first, even a trap, but it's clear I was paranoid. Perhaps it is simply the truth. That symbol, she said it represents her bloodline. Okay, well, she is clearly very involved in those things, magical situations and bloodlines, so that's curious to know. There's something under the bed. Yeah, look under. Some items there. Ball of turpentine. What's it doing under there? Another sigil. There's something painted under there, but I can't make it out. It looks like this, the sigil from the dream, the spiral with the lines. There's something else here. Scuff marks by the bed legs. It looks like it's been moved. recently. Okay. So we can move the bed as well and then investigate. Yes, it's the markings we've seen in our dream. What's this? Some kind of markings painted onto the floor? I've seen this before. This symbol was in my dream, on the stone at the end. Though it's deformed here, a new shape seems to have been left by the deformation. Okay, more sigils to draw. Also, yes, I think the clock was flashing because it's getting close to breakfast, so I assume that's like a limit for us at some point. We don't want to miss breakfast. Okay, we've unsealed. It's a vision of someone sealing this room.
That sigil. It unlocked some kind of memory. Somebody painted this sigil under the bed on the night Miss Deane went missing. The same one from my dream. When they came back to remove it, they couldn't, and they magically sealed the room to cover their tracks. I have a hazy understanding of the sigil's intent somehow. It draws attention to the person above it, though attention of what I do not know.
We should probably check under our bed to see if there's anything there.
It brings them back to the dream, maybe. I'm unclear. It's as if I have memory that is not quite my own.
Yep, that's a bunch of new evidence. There's the turpentine. Yes, that's for the cleaning of the markings. Okay, so I think I've seen enough in this room for now. Like, clearly the mystery goes deeper. Someone's done something here to affect Miss Deane, and then she went missing, and then they sealed her room. There was obviously tracks in the corridor of someone running, bumping into things. Oops. Someone's seen us.
Well, hello there. I don't believe... Hold on. Isn't that... Yes, that's Evelyn. Miss Deane's room.
None of them noticed that the room wasn't there for a little bit.
It is, isn't it? I'd forgotten, but I'm sure of it now. What were you doing in there?
Okay, because so if it was sealed, people also couldn't remember it existed. Okay, so our options are claim room change, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, no. Can I get into...
Good afternoon.
Oh.
Don't mind me. I was just seeing how I like the room.
Oh, I was like, oh, can I get into the menus? But apparently pressing 1, 2, 3, which are normally the menu buttons, just selects the options. So I guess I told him I was looking at the room change.
I asked the manager for a room with a southern view.
Is that one free? Miss Deane is staying there, no?
No, she left.
The staff mentioned that she left late Tuesday night.
She did? That doesn't seem... Do you happen to know why Miss Deane left?
I wasn't told. Why do you ask?
I saw Miss Deane late on Tuesday night. I tried to speak with her, but she didn't seem to be herself. She had spent some significant time at the bar, I assumed. She went towards the East Tower behind you. I did go after her to see if she was all right, but... Well, even drunk, she was faster than me with this blasted stick. Anyway, I'm not one to go chasing a woman, so...
That's a little strange.
I suppose she was fine, if she had her wits about her to leave. She gets up to all sorts of things. Just another one of her escapades.
I suppose she was fine. But if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Okay. We got caught, but we didn't get caught, yes. It says, so Miss Deane was wandering the grounds in the days just prior to her disappearance, yes. I assume that's to do with those knocked over things, but what does it all mean? I mean, this leads us to the tower where we saw the pattern for this sigil, but there might be more down this trail. But yes, it's almost breakfast, and therefore it's probably gonna be time for us to get something new given to us, or meet more characters and see what else is going on, because clearly things are happening here. Someone is stealing rooms, doing mysterious things, but at the same time clearly all the other characters have some sort of nefarious plans, potentially trying to eat people, so we should be on the lookout for that, and we'll see what happens next time. So leave a like or subscribe if you enjoy the content, and let me know in the comments what you think about this game so far, what you think is going to go and happen at this seance. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon on another adventure.